After years of exile in the wilderness, Moses, once a prince, now a shepherd, stood before Pharaoh with his brother Aaron. God had sent him back to Egypt with a single demand: let my people go. In the grand throne room, Moses delivered God's message, challenging the world's most powerful king. Pharaoh scoffed. "Who is the Lord that I should obey his voice?" He said so because he saw the Israelites as slaves, not people. Instead of freeing them, Pharaoh made them work even harder, hoping to crush their hope. But this was just the beginning. God had a plan. This was more than a battle for freedom. It was a showdown between Pharaoh's might and God's power. The Israelites' fate hung in the balance, but God was about to act. The people would soon know who truly ruled. God unleashed a series of plagues to break Pharaoh's will. First, the Nile turned to blood. Egypt's lifeline became death. Next, frogs invaded every home. Then gnats swarmed the land. Flies followed, but Goshen, where the Israelites lived, was spared. Livestock died, boils broke out, and hail destroyed crops. Each time, Pharaoh's heart hardened. Locusts devoured what was left, and darkness covered Egypt for 3 days, except in Goshen. Pharaoh's magicians were powerless. Even they admitted, "This is the finger of God." Yet Pharaoh refused to let the Israelites go. God's power was undeniable, but Pharaoh's pride was unyielding. While all these happened, God was making a distinction. His people were protected. The final plague would be the most devastating of all. God announced the death of every Egyptian firstborn, but he gave the Israelites a way out, the Passover. Each family marked their door with lamb's blood, so the angel of death would pass over them. At midnight, Egypt was struck with grief. Every home mourned. Pharaoh's own son died. Broken, he finally let the Israelites go. After centuries of slavery, God's people walked out of Egypt as a free nation. The Israelites left in haste, carrying unleavened bread and hope. God's promise was fulfilled. However, the journey was just beginning. Over 600,000 Israelites marched out of Egypt, guided by God himself. In Egypt, Pharaoh's grief turned to rage. Regretting his loss, he gathered his army and chariots to pursue the Israelites. The Israelites seemed trapped. Desert on both sides, the sea ahead, Pharaoh behind. Panic rose, but Moses called out, "Fear not, stand firm and see the salvation of the Lord," as God told Moses to stretch out his staff over the sea. All night a strong wind parted the waters, creating a path of dry ground. The Israelites walked through, walls of water on either side. Pharaoh's army followed, but God threw them into confusion. Moses stretched out his hand again, and the waters crashed down, drowning the Egyptians. The Israelites stood safely on the far shore, free at last. God's power had delivered them. Egypt's might was destroyed in a single night. God is faithful, powerful, and in control of our lives no matter what. He keeps his promises, protects his people, and can make a way even when there seems to be none. All we need is to have faith, be obedient, and trust God during difficult times.